absolutely beautiful. So that, combined with having nowhere else to go, inspired us to try. And boy, did we try. Hi, I'm Tim. I'm the co-owner of Pasture Gold here on Kauai, the only micro dairy on island. And we've been operating for 15 years about, myself the last 5. But we just moved to Honolulu here back in December, and we recently shut down because of it's just not feasible to work down here. The owners of the place we were at last had sheep, and they didn't want to share their grass, which is fair enough. They own the land, they own sheep, so whatever. But we couldn't stay there, and we had nowhere else to go, so it was either shut down or try to operate here in Honolulu. So that, given not wanting to quit, and Honolulu being really beautiful, and I was born down here, so it's special to me. But yeah, we didn't want to quit, and so we put in tons of time, a lot of labor and money went into trying to farm this place, and it's turned out to just not work. Instead of milking 9 cows a day, we're milking 1. So my partner Rich and I can have milk for our families. We're just milking 1 cow a day now. And since we dried up our milking lineup, it would be at least 6 months. You know, the cows got to have calves again before we can milk them. So we're completely shut down except for providing milk for our own families, which is really important to us. But yeah, this isn't good for cows. And we thought they could stay up on the thatch, on the high parts of it, and they have been, but they eat it down pretty quick. And you know, we set up an electric string perimeter to divide the land out into 4 or 5 acre segments. But that's a full day's work, and moving the equipment and moving their border. Yeah, it takes a full day, and we have to do that every 5 days. And then when they come back to it, there's less thatch, so they're poking deeper into the mud, and that's a concern for hoof rot. And then to be able to put hard fencing around this whole property would be an insane amount of money, and we're already like pretty deep in the hole, so it's just not even an option. And why would we? I mean, I don't want to keep them fenced in on mud. That said, we did have to pull a few calves out of the adjacent ditch. We had to pull 1 whole cow out of the ditch, or not even out of the ditch. She was just stuck in a mud pit on the pasture, like what you see here. And we get our, we have a Kawasaki mule, which is awesome machine. It's the best tool for the job. Like, we couldn't have done it without that. But even that, it gets stuck. We got 4-wheel drive, and it's light, and we have a winch. So we've always been able to get it out. But it happens so often, we just budget our time in the day knowing we're gonna probably get stuck once or twice on a given milking day. So yeah, it's been super challenging. And we lost 1 cow. Yeah, yesterday there was 4 of us pulling out a cow out of the mud. It took us 4 hours to get her out. And then we lost another cow. She got rotting hoof and stressed out. She couldn't pass her after birth, after calving. And she got this skin thing, like some kind of staph. And she actually passed it on to us when we were pulling her out of the ditch, and we all got staph. and it was gnarly. And it was really sad to have to put her down. But yeah, so we're getting enough milk for our families in the meantime. But as far as the business goes, it's over until we can get, you know, we would need like 50 acres with water and fencing. People don't believe it. Like, even when you tell them, I've given a couple tours and people were just blowing their minds how much work we did. We had to build a mile of road. Thankfully, somebody loaned us an excavator. Super grateful to everyone who's helped. We've had people trying to help us save this farm. But yeah, we built a mile of road through the jungle over there along the hill to set up water and filtration and to be able to access the cows and do our job. But the cows are suffering and it's just not working. So we have a couple of places to keep them over the coming months, but Rich and I both have to find some kind of income besides this. It's just not working. It's not sustainable. You know, you can milk 1 or 2 cows for your family, but you need to milk quite a bit to make it financially sustainable. Otherwise, we're just doing charity for people, and we can't afford to. I have 6 children. Rich has 3 children. We can't really keep doing this at a major loss, going into debt, trying to save this farm. So we're shut down for now. We're keeping our animals. We're just, we dried them up, so we're not milking them. And it was a good run. I'm proud of having tried and not giving up. Like, I would rather try and fail. Like I said, I don't feel like I failed or Rich failed. We didn't fail. I mean, the only thing we failed is not having land or grass. We sure gave it a good shot. All that said, don't worry about us. We're both more than capable of providing for our families. Rich is one of the hardest working guys I've ever known and highly skilled. And I used to make more money elsewhere. You know, I got into this for the philosophy of it, the health of it, for my family, to raise my children with this lifestyle, and to just have a good life. It's not about the money. And so shutting down the business side of it isn't going to change that. We're still going to be farming. We're going to keep doing it just for ourselves now. So it's more of a loss for our community, you know, the people that grew to love the milk. And it was cool, man. Like, I would see somebody at the fridge picking up their milk, and they were just so grateful. And I'll definitely miss that. But as for me and my family and Rich and his family, we're gonna keep doing our thing. Yeah, I gotta say, it is really frustrating. You know, I drive between my house and here. I must drive by 1,000+ acres of beautiful green pastures that the various landowners would rather have tractor mowers cutting their grass than local regenerative farmers taking care of their land and improving it and providing food for the community. But yeah, I mean, I can't afford land here. Beggars can't be choosers, so just the way things are up why. And anyone who lives here knows this has been such a dry winter. It's actually been really great weather. It's kind of rainy today, but you know, if it had been possible, we would have pulled it off. But even with like really great weather this year, it just didn't work. So glad to have tried, and on to whatever comes next. Thanks for watching.